Hello, in this lab we will be setting up multi-region network with the help of VPC peering. So what is VPC peering? In VPC peering, we set up two VPCs in two different region in AWS console, and each one of these VPC have their independent security group, a security group and internet gateway and route table. Now, do we do VPC peering? VPC peering help us to distribute traffic between the two VPC and also help us to access a content or data from one of the regions. So that's why we are performing VPC peering. So we will be using Terraform to deploy our security groups, internet gateway, and route tables using the Terraform, which is a command line interface to deploy our project on the AWS console. So we will be using command line interface to deploy our security groups and internet gateway, and use VPC peering to distribute our traffic between the two VPC region. So if we take a look into the slab perspective, we have two regions. One is US East 1 and other is US West 2. So it will work as a master region and send request of the peering connection, and it will accept the peering connection request. And both have their own VPC. The main master VPC have two subnets, public subnet 1 and public subnet 2, and this one has one subnet, public subnet only. And then we will configure route tables for both the subnet, so that they can communicate with each other and distribute traffic between them. And then we establish internet gateway also, so that they can communicate to the internet. So that is the purpose of this lab. That is, we will be creating two VPCs in two different region, and then set up a peering connection, so that this net traffic can be distributed among them. So now if we come to our lab, so first we have used Terraform for automatic deployment of the project. So first we have open our public IP server, and clone our project from the Git repository, and change our repository using the change directory command, and list the files that we have present in our present in our present in our present in our folder. Now the repository we have cloned, it contain all the code for the deployment. That is, first we are setting up the VPC and then creating subnets and route table. All these codes are mentioned in this repository, and we deployed this code in using the Terraform. Now we initialize our Terraform directory and check the if code is properly formatted using the command Terraform format, and ensure that there is proper syntax, no error in the code using the Terraform validate command. And then plan means note down the in which order Terraform directory will be creating resources. That is, first it will be creating our VPC, then creating subnets in that, and creating route tables in that, so that in route table we can mention the routes. That is, first means we can mention the route that is to distribute the traffic and to send traffic into that server. And then we deploy our resources using the command deploy apply. Now we will check that our connection has been made successfully. So for that, we will go to the AWS console, and here we can see first we are in the US East 1 region. US East 1 region. So here if we check on master region node, so here if we go to routes table, so here we can see that there are three routes available. First is local route, which is 10.0.16, which is of VPC ID 10.0.16. Here we can see this is local route 10.0.0.16, which is a local route. And then we see this is internet gateway route to communicate with the outside internet, and this one is the VPC peering connection ID, so that it will distribute traffic. This we have made changes in the route table, so it will distribute traffic into this public subnet. So 10.0.1.024 is specifying here that it will distribute the traffic into the VPC present in the next region. So if we go to US West 2 region, there we can also see workers node, which is accepting the request from the main VPC. And here if we click on routes tab, we can also see that there is one local and other one is for internet gateway, and this one is for VPC peering connection, so that they can distribute the traffic among themselves. And if we also go to security groups, then we can see that this worker nodes that is in US West 2 region, this one, this one is accepting all traffic from this VPC. So this we can verify from the here inbound rules, and we can see here VPC IP4, this ID is given and it is accepting all traffic. We can see all traffic from the this is our ID of the VPC peering connection, and allow all traffic from the US East 1 region. If I can expand this, so if I decrease this size, we can see here that it is accepting allow all traffic from the US East 1. So we have achieved our objective, that is first we have set up all this deployment using the Terraform, that is set up VPC with this CIDR range and public subnets, and created internet gateway so that can communicate with the outside internet. And then we made changes in the route table with the help of Terraform. Means these things are present in the code in the Terraform directory which we have cloned from the GitHub and deployed that project. And then we have verified using the AWS console that all the connection are made successfully. So that's all for this lab, that we have done the VPC peering, which will help us to distribute traffic among the two VPCs. And if we want to access some resource from one of the VPC, that then we can perform that by the help of VPC peering. So that's all for this lab.